right? When you take data, data can be classified into two, quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative data means that you can count or you can measure. You can measure some by using some kind of a method. You can measure it by using any type of method. You can measure. So I can tell 4 students are there in my class. For 5 kilo of dal in the bucket. So I can measure the amount. 10 apples are there on the table, right? So that is called quantitative data. Qualitative means can't measure. I am telling Chalani is a good girl. So can I measure her goodness? No. So I can tell, I don't know, this Hasantika. Is she there? Hasantika, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I haven't seen you. So, but I am telling Hasantika is a fair girl. I don't know whether I'm correct or wrong. So I'm telling Hasantika is a fair girl. So can I measure her fairness? No, not possible, right? So those are called qualitative data. So you have two different data, quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative means you can measure amount. Qualitative means you cannot measure, right? Happiness, happiness of the person cannot measure. So that is coming under qualitative data. So I am going to my code again. Okay, here data I discussed. Then quantitative data are anything that can be expressed as a number or quantified. Example of quantitative data is scores on the achievement test, number of hours of study or weight of a item. Then qualitative cannot be expressed as a number. Data that represent nominal scales such as gender, social, economic status, religious preferences are usually considered to be qualitative data. Okay, there are around 9 points are given. 9 points are given. Try to find out, try to figure out whether they are qualitative or quantitative data. Try to figure them out whether they are qualitative or quantitative data. I'll give few minutes. As long as you don't have the tute at the moment, you write somewhere in the paper. When you get the tute, you can mention it here. Okay, start that. Here, change it to now here worm. It's called temperature. Make it to temperature. Temperature, right? So I will put some numbers here. 1. Then I can take the answers from you. 3, 4. So what you can do is put the number, relevant number, and mention whether it's a qualitative or quantitative, and send me through the chat. Now Zoom chat is there available. Through the Zoom chat, you can send me the answers. I will make it to you can chat with me only. Host only I have put, so nobody can see your answers. Myself only can see your answers. So send me the answers. Put the number and mention whether it's a qualitative or quantitative. Okay, I'll give few minutes. Send your answers. Any problem, you can talk to me, doesn't matter. Anything you want to clarify, you can talk to me. You can send all these answers like 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You put the numbers and send the answer. I'm expecting for all this 9. Okay, everyone has put the answers. I feel everyone, I went through the answers. Yeah, I feel everyone are okay. Right? So when I go through, the Sri Lankan temperature increased by 2 degrees. There's a way of measuring, So it is quantitative. There were 4 dogs in the group, quantitative. The dogs were small. Small we can't measure, so that is qualitative. Then sample contain 3 different types of bacteria. 3 different. They have identified. They have measures. Quantitative. Patient complain of aches and pains. රිදෙනවා මේවා කියලා aches pains. We can't measure how much pain. So that is qualitative. The friend identified 12 pictures correctly. Quantitative. Then the balloon increased size of 5 inches to 8 inches. That is also measured. So quantitative. The birds were young. Cannot measure. Qualitative. And the sample contains 25 grams. So it is measured 25 grams. Quantitative. So I think all of you can understand what is qualitative and quantitative data. Okay. Then I discussed what is information. So information is processed, organized data presented in a given context and is useful to use. So after data process, you get information. Example, information, given some example, tallest student in a class, average mark of a student, maximum mark of a student. So those are called information. Now if I take some more example, now this, if I take something like this, right? I'm just writing some numbers. Page 4. Right? So can anybody tell what do I mean from this one? Here from the Katari. Do you have any meaning? Right? So this is just numbers. Right? So you can't tell, you can tell only thing is it's numbers only. Right? That's all what you feel. Right? So this is data. That's why I told you don't have a meaning. It's a collection of numbers, collection of raw facts. My processing is, I am going to use slash. I'm going to use slash. So if I use slash for 1, so you can tell that is 21, that is this year, January 4th. It become a date when I use the slash. I'm doing another type of process. I'm going to put this decimal place. And with the RS. 41.21 rupees. 41.21 rupees. Right? So same data, but I use different processing techniques. Right? Different processing technique I used. I used slash, then there I used RS and decimal place. So you got different information. So when the processing is different, your information, what you are getting, information also different, right? So that is also there, right? So any data according to our requirement, we can process them in different ways. Now that's why I told. Now if I want to find out rank or the first of the class or second of the class, what I have to do is I have to take all the marks and I am finding the average, adding them and dividing. But if I want to find out separate subject mark, who has taken the highest mark, who has taken the lowest mark. So am I going to add them together? No, no need. So what is my process there? My process is making them order, maybe ascending or descending order. After arranging them ascending or descending order, then I can understand who has taken the highest mark, who has taken the lowest mark, right? So that's how we can process the data according to our requirement, right? So we'll go to the tutor again. Data versus information. Meaningless data, now here, meaningless data becomes information. Now see, meaningless data, that's what I discussed. Meaningless data, just numbers, becomes information when it is processed and presented to the decision maker in meaningful way. Now, if I want to find out the highest marks or the rank, I have to process it properly. So meaningless data, just numbers or just marks I had. But after processing, I got the average. I got the average. After that, after taking the average, okay, I am taking the decision. Okay, this one is the first. This one is the second, like that. So that is the meaningful way. So only when the input data is accurate, timely, and reliable, will the output or the information will be useful and reliable. Now, if you don't have accurate data or timeliness data or reliable data, you don't get the information. You don't get the correct information or you don't get the reliable information, right? So that is based on data, accurate data, right? So data should be accurate, timeliness, and reliable. Now, if I take another example, if I tell like this, now I am going to say, suppose I'm going to find out who has taken the maximum marks of the class. So I'm asking from you all. Okay, okay, tell me how much you have taken. Okay, and I'm writing them, right? Someone is telling or giving false information, false data. He is giving, okay, I have taken 90, but actual value is say 70. But what I am thinking, okay, this insurance has taken 90. So whatever the decision, I am going to give a gift who has taken the maximum mark. So I am giving a gift for him. Finally, after that only, I realized, okay, he has given a false date. So what I have taken, my decision, according to my information which I have taken, decision is totally wrong. Why it is wrong? Because I have taken it from the false data. False, right? So, and another thing is timely. Timely means what? You should get the data at the correct time. If I am going to find out the uh, rank of the student and I am getting, there are 40 students and I am getting out of 30 students only. So from that 30, I am going to take a decision. But after say 1 or 2 days, other 10, their data also giving me. So what I have done, I have taken a decision also. After that only they are giving their data. So data should be timely. Timeliness, that is actual timeliness. Timeliness means it should come to the correct time. At the correct time, you need to have data. Another thing is called completeness. Completeness. So we are coming for that part when we are discussing the characteristic of information. I'll go to tutor again. Okay. Then what is information system? What is information system? Now, when you take system is a combination of components. Combination of components. Now, if I take a human body, I am telling human body is the system. So, human body system means it is having different components together. Different components together. You have different systems, digestive system, respiratory system, nerve system, all working together to make this system. If I take school as a system, school, you have different components. So what are the components inside the school? Teachers are there, students are there, buildings are there, books, education materials, everything. So when they work together, now here, that's why I'm telling here, components that work together to fulfill the task. A system is a combination of components that work together to fulfill a task. So in the system, now if I take the school as a system, I told my components, uh, students, teachers, buildings, everything we can consider as components working together. So all them together, working together to fulfill the task. What is the task? The school to produce educated people to the society. To produce the educated people to society. So that is working together to fulfill task. So that is called system. That is called system, right? Submitting data for processing is called input. Now we discuss data process. You get information. So what you input is data. What you enter into the system is data. And the result we get after processing is called output. So in our system, we got information, right? We got information. So information we told, that is the output. We can call the collection of all these components about information system. Now, we are having data. After processing, we get information. So this whole thing is called information system. Information system, right? Then storing data is an important task in information system. In some occasions, both input and stored data are used to obtain information. In some occasions, both input and stored data are used to obtain information. Hence, the purpose of system is to receive data, process and store them, and provide the result when required. Right? So, in our system, what is the purpose? You are receiving the data, then you are processing, then you are storing. So that is our purpose. That is our purpose. Now data process information. This is information system. That is input, process, output. Right? Now as an example, if I take day-to-day things, now you are finding something through the internet. You are finding something through the internet, right? So input is say you open say Google browser, right? Uh, okay, those who are having problems, I'll give you the video. I'll give you the video, right? So you are opening the Google, then your processing is you are typing what you want to search or search it. Then output is website. So whatever the website you requested will be coming. So that is called output. When you take the system, you have the input, then you have the process, you have the output, right? If you take a fingerprint machine, fingerprint will be the input. So process is whether it is recorded. Now to check the fingerprint, you have to have the fingerprint recorded earlier, right? So check it, availability. Then output, you can tell arrive time, arrive time, or uh, the time you left. So those are called information. So output, right? So you have when you take the system, you have input, process, and output. In our information system, you have input as data. After processing, you get output as information, right? Here also same. So I took a few examples. So this is this input, process, output. We call it a system. So if you take fingerprint as a system, fingerprint machine, you input fingerprint, then checking availability is a process, then you are giving arrival time or departed time, that is output, right? So we'll go to the tutor again. Okay. So consider bank ATM machine as system and fill in the blank. Find out what are the input for the ATM machine, what are the processes that can be done in the ATM machine, and what are the output or the information from the ATM machine. Try it out and send me your answers through the chat. Okay. So when you take the ATM machine, so we have different inputs. I can tell PIN number. Then amount I want to withdraw. ATM details or ATM card details even. ATM card. Right? So those are the input. Then different types of in the computer, that is actually bank computer system. Yes, but it is doing different processing. Different processing are there happening. First thing is checking PIN number. So if the PIN number is wrong, can you access the account or can you withdraw the money? No, not possible. So that is the main thing. Checking PIN number. Then check-in balance amount. Why it is needed to check? Because if I am trying to withdraw money which is more than my account, it is not possible. So definitely has to check amount, withdrawal amount. Then updating, if you have withdraw, updating balance, that is also a process. Then what is the output? What are the output? You are getting money, yes, receipt, maybe balance. Now if you put something else, You are trying to do something else, but you can't withdraw money. Still, you are getting output. What is the output? Error message. Sometimes you are getting error message. Error message or whatever the message for the user. That is also a output. So when you take ATM machine, so that is a system. That is a system, because why we are telling it's a system is having all this input, process and output. Because we are having input, process and output, we can tell it's a system. Okay, then we'll move further. Then characteristics of information. I told you, when you take marks of the student, if I am going to find out who is first in the class, accuracy is very important. Why I am telling like that? If I don't get the accurate data, correct marks, my decision will be wrong. So accuracy is one characteristic of the information. Data can be like it's not accurate, but when it comes to information, it should be definitely accurate. Then relevance. Now, if I am trying to find out the highest mark from the ICT, if someone is telling the maths marks or science marks, it is not related. So I can't take decision based on other subject marks for my ICT, finding ICT has marks. So whatever the information should be relevant. So relevancy should be there. Then completeness. I am going to find out who has taken the highest marks. There are 40 students in my class, but I am taking out of 30. So is it fair? No, it's not fair, because I have to check other 10 also, and I have to take a decision. Without like taking the other 10s, if I am taking a decision out of 30 students, that is wrong. So if it is a information, definitely completeness should be there. Completeness should be there. Then timeliness. Timeliness. The data, what I am getting, should come at the correct time. Should come at the correct time. If not, I think this is the data I am taking decision. After 1 hour, 2 hour, I am getting the another data. So what I have taken, my information is wrong. So if it is a information, should be timeliness. Timeliness should be there. Because of that, I can tell, because weather forecasting, for the weather forecasting, I can't take the last month, say temperature, humidity and all this stuff and tell today's weather forecasting. It is wrong, right? So should take the yesterday one or today's one to express the forecasting. So that is timeliness should be there. Then cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness means what? Cost effectiveness means, now suppose I'm doing something like this. Now I want to find out. Now I'm doing a business. I want to find out uh, which area will be suitable for more benefit. Like if I am opening a new branch, right? New branch, I have to find out whether in that area whether we have customers involved in this product. So I have to find out. Then only I can get the benefit of that. So without that, looking at that, if I just open a branch of my product, then that won't, sometimes that won't be success. Why? Because nobody is purchasing that product. So first thing is I have to find out whether there are customers who are taking my product in this area. Then only if there are so many customers only I can go for a branch, right? So in this cost effectiveness, suppose I want to now why I am giving why I am doing this to take benefit or to sell my products, right? So what I am going to do is before I open a branch, I am telling somebody, some researcher, marketing researcher, telling, okay, this area, check this area and find out whether there are customers who is buying my product. I'm telling, right? Now, my profit, I am going to make some profit, say 100,000. I'm going to make 100,000 profit. That is my target by opening a branch, right? In that area. So I am asking, say I am talking to Chalani. Chalani is the market researcher. So I am telling her to find out this area and tell me, give me a report whether there are customers and orders. So she is asking 150,000 for that information, right? She is asking 150,000 for that information. My profit, what I am going to make is 100,000, but to get the research detail to find out the customer's availability, I have to spend 150,000 rupees. So is it worth to get this information? It has exceeded my profit also. So no point of taking this kind of information for, right? So this is not cost effective. If the information is cost effectiveness means the amount we have to spend to get the information should be less, should be less. Then only I am taking that information. So one characteristic is, I think you can understand that part. One characteristic is cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness. So those are the characteristics of information. Okay. There are some questions related to that part. Okay, we'll go through quickly. And you have to send me the answers. Send me the answers. When you're typing, like type it and send me, or you do that, then I will discuss, right? You do it in the paper, as long as you don't have the cute at the moment. You do it on the paper, and we'll discuss, right? Okay, start then. These two questions you can finish this. Wait, I'm giving. Yes, these three questions you can finish. Finish them quickly. Okay, this salary, I think, did you complete that? Salary, data, rate of graph information, remaining balance information, daily total rainfall information, weight of child data. Is that correct? Completed, no? Okay. You have done it properly. Next one also, completeness, accuracy, and timeliness. This is A input, B process, and C output. Okay, we'll go to this one. Put your answers for these two questions. Put in that order, then I can check. Okay, we'll see. So nowadays QR code is commonly used to collect information, write and order the step. So first one is point the mobile device to the QR code. Then take a photo. Then it is decoded, that is 3, and access the website, that is the last one. Then here, this is called ISBN. This is what QR code, and this is barcode. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Okay, read this carefully and find out. Now here write down one example. Not one example, you write down several. If you find several input, doesn't matter, you write them all. Process even same. Output also same. Not only one. You may have several. Write them all. Now here we'll find out what are the inputs first. So barcode sticker is scanning the barcode. So barcode is the input. Barcode is scanning, without scanning even you can write barcode. Then quantities. Quantities. So those are the input. Those are the input. Then we'll see what are the processes. Calculate cost for each item. Calculating cost for each item. And calculating total cost. Calculating total. Those are the process. So what are the output? Bill. Bill is the output. Okay, we'll go to another question. Now, this question is not in the tute. So what you can do is you can write it somewhere and give the answer while you are sending me the answer. There are 3 questions. Find out the best characteristic of the information. Grade 6 class teacher wanted the detail of the marks each and every student got for the term test to prepare the mark sheet. Now, to prepare the mark sheet, you need each and every student. But if you don't get the, now suppose you have 40 students, you are getting only 30. So that mark sheet is totally wrong. So this is appropriate characteristic is completeness. Completeness. Then principal announced all the teachers to hand over the prepared mark sheet before 21st of November. So that is giving a time, and after that you are not going to take that is timeliness. Timeliness. Then the doctor asked the patient to produce another fasting blood report tomorrow itself. So he has already produced one and he's asked to produce another one. Maybe because the doctor can't take a decision with this one. Why you are taking another one, another two reports you are taking. Another means you have already sent one report. That's why the word another is coming there. So that is accuracy. To get the correct accuracy, doctor is asking several reports. That is accuracy. Okay, we'll move to another one, another type of question. Take them down because it's not in the tune. It's not in the tune. Okay. I'll go to another one. Here you have to put uh, true or false. True or false you have to mention. Okay, start that. Take it down and answer. Okay, we'll see the answers. First one, reduces the value of information with time. Reduce the value of information with time. I will, if I show you kind of a graph, it's like this, right? So if you put value here, if you put time, at the receiving time of the information, value is very high. Value is very high. With the time, it is reducing. Your graph looks like this. With this, right? So at the moment you get the information, it has a highest value. With the time, it is reducing. So reduce the value of an information with the time. That is true. Okay. Information should be complex. If the information should be complex, what will happen? We can't understand them properly. Like the cost even can be high, right? So then we can't take the decisions, right? That should not, right? So information should be complex. That is false. If it is complex, mean can't understand, can't take decisions, right? We can make decision with information and data both. No, with the information we can take the decision, but from the data we can't take the decision. That is false. Installing a sound editing software in a personal computer is an example for data processing. So installing sound editing software, just installing means you are keeping it. There's no kind of process is happening there. So to have a process, data processing, you have to have data. Then after process, you get the information, right? So that the input, process, and output things should be there. This is just you are putting your software to the computer, installing. That is false. There are data and information both in a medical report. Medical report, you can have data as well as information. So your symptoms can be data. Symptoms can be data. But after diagnosing your illness, okay, fever, whatever, corona, whatever it is, right? That is information. That is true, right? That is true. Okay, we'll go to another type of questions. Okay, we'll move to new topic. So we discuss up to information systems, different type of information systems, and what are the data, what are the informations, what are the characteristic of information, right? Then we'll see how we can apply this computer or ICT, information technology, to different areas. Different areas. Now tell me, okay, right? Can you all tell me where you can find out this information communication technology or ICT or the computers in your day-to-day life? Where you have seen them?
Medical field,
Medical field is good. How
agriculture,
agriculture? Yes.
Transport.
Transport. What else? What else we can take? Communication. Education. You didn't tell. That is the main thing. Now we
Business organizations.
business organizations, right? Right. So we are using this ICT or the computer, these instruments in different areas. Different areas. So Kavin told uh, medical sector, where you can have medical sector. In medical sector, if you go to hospital and all that, you can find out different instruments are there to find out disease, symptoms, illnesses, right? If you take different scanning, ECG, EPG, right? Other than that, CT scan, CAT scan, like that. Different types of scanning, different type of scanning uh, instruments are there to find out the different symptoms or different illnesses in medical sector. Other than that, now if you go to hospital and to find out, say, suppose you want to visit a patient, but you don't know his details, so it is difficult you to find out. Suppose if you don't have any contacts, you got only a uh, that you knew that he is admitted to the hospital. That's all, right? So, but you don't know the ward and anything, right? But nowadays, in private hospital, if you go there and if you tell the name even and where he is coming from, so they can find out that patient's detail through their database. And finding there are maybe several patients name, same name, patients can be there, but from the area he is coming, and then what kind of illness he had. Like if we are providing that kind of information, you can exactly find out where he is, which ward, which bed, everything you can find out. Right? So that is also inside the in the medical services or medical area section. You can the usage of the ICT. ICT use करना विद्यार्थी other than finding these diseases, you can managing patient management systems also there. Then uh, education. Education. How we can use ICT in education? You can come up with your answers.
Video conferencing.
Video conference, what we are doing now. Okay, good. What else? Why? How you are using this ICT in your education? Now you are using these days. So with that you can tell. Video conferencing is one. What else? How you are using ICT for your educational
Presentations.
what?
Presentations.
Presentation, creating presentations. Yes, good. What else? What else you can use? Chalani?
Collecting information from different educational websites.
Very good, right? You can find out now different information from different website. If you go to Google and find out something now, if you don't get this textbook, even you can go to edu publication. There's a website, education publication website is given. So by going to that website, you can download your textbook. Any textbook is there. Now I don't know whether you got all these textbooks. If you don't get, you can go to this website, education publication, just find it from the Google and go to that website. You can take down, download all these textbooks related from grade 1 to, I think, grade 11, 12, 12, 13, you don't have textbooks. No? So up to grade 11 you have, right? So that is from the different website. If you go to eTaxala, I don't know whether you have heard, I think you have heard eTaxala. You go to this website, you can find out more materials for your any subject. Sometimes past papers or model papers, as well as term test papers are there. So these are the for the education. For the education. So what else? What else other than this? If you go for the education, you have different learning management system, LMS. Learning management systems are there. By logging to that, you can learn them now from the YouTube. Even YouTube channels are there, right? So from that you can learn, and there are some systems are there. You after taking the login, you can access to their learning management system and download stuff. You can answer those questions online. Quiz are there, right? Lot of things are there. So educational sector, you get lot of things, right? Then if you go to transportation, what you can find in transportation?
GPS.
GPS, yeah. Through the GPS, you can find out the places, path, right? Yeah, you have to go. What else? What else you can do? Other than that,
Autopilot.
Autopilot, yes, that is also through the GPS taking. Oh, yes, that is also correct. Other than that, this signal light, traffic lights, right? That is also needed. And when you are taking the tickets booking, trains, this highway buses, you can book online, right? So that is the way they are using the ICT in transportation also. Then what else you told? Businesses and yes, engineering, those stuff, how you can use.
A database management system.
Yeah, yes, employees, they are keeping their data, salary, preparing their salaries, everything is coming under these businesses. Other than that, designing some buildings, those stuff also coming under, right? The different instruments are there, right? So those are coming under businesses also, right? Then what else? Entertainment. So ICT, you are using ICT for different entertaining things. What are they? How you are now
Social
nowadays you will be using more. ඉතින් වැඩිපුරම ICT භාවිත කරන්නේ entertainment වලට වෙන්නේ right? So what are things you can do with the ICT?
social media.
Social network.
Yeah, social media like Facebook, Instagram, okay. What else?
Instant messaging.
Instant messaging, yes. There is Viber, WhatsApp.
Video games.
Yeah,
Video.
yeah, video games, playing games. Yes, good. What else? Watching movies, films, right? That is also coming under entertainment, right? Then after that, now after all this stuff, agriculture. You told agriculture. How you can use? I write here agriculture. How you can use ICT in agriculture? How you can use for the agricultural work? How you are going to use that? Now today is raining, right? Who knows that it's going to be rain in the morning or yesterday? Did you got the idea? Sometimes no. But if you check your weather forecasting and all that, I don't know whether in Sri Lanka they are telling it properly. But most of the time, by checking the weather forecasting, we can okay tell tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be rain. We have to stop this whatever agricultural thing, right? So that is taking information. That is one thing, and taking the price list and all that for the crops and all that. That is in the agriculture. Other than that,
Temperature of soil.
what is that?
Measuring temperatures of soil.
Yeah. Measuring temperature in the greenhouse, no? In the greenhouse to keep the temperature in a correct or stage. Measuring the humidity, this stuff. Then other than that, yeah, controlling insects, right? So other than that, harvesting, like you are taking the harvest through the robotic instrument. So that is also there, right? That is also there. Anything else coming?
Managing drainage systems.
Yeah, drainage system managing, watering plants, those stuff also can be done through the IC. Then, very important thing these days, through the ICT, we have e-government. E-government. So, what do you mean by e-government? You are doing some government services through internet. Through internet. Now, if I go to a site, I don't know whether you have login to ceb.lk. I'll share that bit. That is electricity board website. Okay, wait. Right. So if you go to this website, this is a service provided by the government to the citizens. So what is the service? You can pay your electricity bill through this website. Through this website. Now here you have to first you have to create an account. New customer, you have to create an account. After creating that, you can pay your electricity bill through this website. Through this website. So that is a service given by the government. Service given by the government. Can you tell me any other service that is given by the government? So see here, instant
Online
bill payment.
banking.
What's that?
Online banking.
Online banking. Online banking actually, yeah. If you take government banks, if they are giving, that is government, and they are giving private banks also giving, that is not only the government. Not only the government. That is a service that is accepted, but not only the government, there are private sector, that is business, they are also giving for their customers. Other than that, what are the things that is government is providing? Government is providing. What else we can take? So if you take revenue license, vehicle revenue license can be obtained through the website, that is srilanka.lk. From that website, and western province, that is RMV site, even it's available. You can buy your revenue license. Each year you have to take revenue license for your vehicle. So that is possible to take through the website. You have to pay through the credit card and all, right? So that is another service. So other than that, there are so many services. Now if you go to the info.lk or srilanka.lk, you have different details for different uh, departments, government authorities. Their details even you can get, right? Their details even you can get through this website. So those are provided by the government. So we discuss what are the services that are provided by the what are services that is used ICT, different services or different sectors, government sector, industries, businesses, education, that medical or health, agriculture, transport, entertainment, right? We discuss them. What are the things that they can do with the ICT, right? So in my next session, I will be discussing them. Now we have discussed some part of that, right? So in the next session, I will send you the tute by second tute by day after tomorrow. I can send. So take them, collect them together, because you will be getting around uh, 3-4 tutes for the lesson one. Like that it goes. So as well as you can go through the textbooks even. Now what we have done, that data, information, those stuff, you can go through the textbooks also. Just read it, right? Just read it, then you'll be getting a better idea about this system. In my next session, I am going to discuss this e-government services, those stuff, uh, in details, right? Okay, we'll stop for the day. I will upload this video to the group because two of you have left the group due to this bad weather condition, right? So I will upload that. Okay, we'll finish for the day. Okay, have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye.